Okay, so before we start, go to complex figures. Well, they're not really complex. They're just, for example, you've got a square and you join it with a triangle. I say this is a shape. What is the area? This is a complex figure because, hold on, actually it's a trapezoid, so it's not that complex. Let me see. Ah, okay. Now, like I said, before we start to talk about that, we have to quick refresher on circles. Area of a circle is pi times the radius squared. You know the radius is the distance from the center to any point in the circle. The diameter is the distance all the way across. Of course, we don't need to know the diameter to know the area. We need to know the radius. So sometimes they give us the diameter, and we have to derive that the diameter divided by 2 is the radius. So that's area. And then we know that pi is what we use approximately is about 3.14, or in some cases, 22/7. Now, if I want to find the area of this right here, of course I have to be given some values. We can say that dA is 6. And then A, B, C, D, E. Okay. A, B, D, E is a square. There you go. Now, I've got my triangle here. I can just say it's isosceles with BD equals BC equals 6. Now, these are the dimensions that I'm given, and that's really all I need. Now, I know that this is 6, because this is a square right here. So this must be 6, the diameter of this semicircle. So the radius must be 3. So using that radius into my formula, I can say 3.14 pi, radius squared, 3 squared is 9. I just multiply and get my result. Now, that is the area of a circle with the same radius. Always cut yourself off and remember that this is a semicircle. So obviously, we're not trying to find the area of a circle, we're trying to find the area of half a circle. So we're going to divide that by 2 and end up with 1413 as the area of shaded region right here. Now, once I've done that, I have choices. I can say this is our complex figures here, the square and the triangle, but they're really not complex figures because it's a trapezoid. So all I need to do is use the trapezoid rule. And I know it's a trapezoid because the square has 90-degree angles, so I know the height is 6. I know the base 1 would be 12, 6 plus 6. And I know base 2 would be 6. So I add base 1 and base 2. As the formula says, base 1 plus base 2 is 18. Multiply that by the height and divide by 2. Now sometimes, rather than multiply by the height and divide by 2, I'd rather divide something by 2 because you're still going to get the same answer. So that would be the area of that trapezoid. You add 54 to 14, 13. Remember to line up your decimals, and you add it up. And that's your answer. Now, that's one method. Of course, you could find the area of this square, which would be 36, 6 times 6. And you can find the area of this triangle, which would be base times height. I don't need to know this, really, unless I'm looking for the perimeter. I could use Pythagorean theorem or whatever, but that's for later. 6 and 6, so base times height divided by 2. And I add that up. So that's a carry 1, 14. And same answer. So final answer, 6813. And that's how you find the area of a complex figures. We're going to come back and look at area and circumference of circles. So if I wanted to find the perimeter of an object like this, I would have to know the circumference and divide that by 2. And press record. Thanks.